So this 1929 Model A Ford fire engine needs a bunch of work. We're gonna take a walk around and see what we got going here. This truck was technically the first truck for Bloomfield Fire Department. They did not purchase this thing brand new. I think it was, I'm gonna guess it was maybe a new chassis, but the body and the fire body may have been you know, was all done by hand. I'm not really sure, to be honest. There's not a lot of history on this thing. A couple guys in the fire department are in charge of looking up the historical records on this thing, and there's not a lot of information, unfortunately, but it's a really cool truck. It was handmade. The tank was definitely handmade. They've got a small little rotary gear pump mounted off the power takeoff on this thing. It does work, I believe. They made a wooden fire body back here at some point. I'm not sure, maybe back in the 70s, 80s. It's just a cute little truck. Got the hose back there. Keep back 500 feet. Got the snow tires on here. These are original tires from back in the day. I don't know. I'm guessing they're from World War II, 50s vintage. They're really old. They probably should be replaced. Got dual tail lights on this truck. It's just a cute little truck. It fits in your garage. It's really easy to drive. The hand crank siren on the running board here, so your officer can crank on that while you're in the parade. It's pretty cool. It's a fun little truck. Everybody likes it. Easy to drive. Just simple. There's nothing to this thing. You have your fuel mixture / choke right here. Your ignition, couple gauges. That's about it on a Model A. Clutch, brake, pedal, gas, like a normal pickup truck. 4-speed transmission in this truck. This is a 1.25 ton truck, so this has got the bigger transmission, same Model A engine as any other Model A. Bigger axle in the front, bigger frame, and it's got this weird spring back here that is kind of split between the pivot point for the spring is here. One half of it is on the axle and the other half is on the frame over here. So kind of a unique design. I've seen this before on other trucks from the time period. I'm thinking that this is a 1.25 ton truck, but if there's some Ford experts out there that know what this particular model is, I've never really gotten the answer on what these are. I'm sure there's some info out there. I never really looked it up, to be honest, but would love to know. So put it in the comments. If you're a Ford guy and you know what this chassis is, let us know. Just a nice shape. It's always inside a heated firehouse, so nothing rusts, nothing goes bad. We've got the, here's your engine in here. Typical Model A 4-cylinder. There was a problem with this starter button here. I think this rod had unscrewed and fell off, and it was arcing on here, making a mess. So the guys got that back in there. We're gonna check that, make sure that that's not gonna come out again. We're gonna change the oil. Just check everything over a little bit. It looks like there's a little maybe oil leak or something down here. It's a little wet, slightly, I don't know. We're gonna check the fluids in the transmission, rear end. We're gonna go through and check the brakes. Just a bunch of general maintenance stuff on this. Might try to see if we can change those back tires. Those are kind of getting pretty thin. These front tires here, let's see these. I think the front tires are in much better shape. Yeah, these seem to be pretty good. There's no cracks. The treads got plenty of life left in it. I don't see any damage on those, but the backs we might want to change. Cooling system is good. This thing cools, goes down the road nice. Just a cool truck. We're gonna check it all out. So stay tuned for more updates on this, and let's see what we can do. Hey everybody, John again from Gasper's Automotive Restoration, and I wanted to show you guys the Model A engine for Bloomfield, Connecticut, their 1929 Model A Ford fire engine. We just got this engine back from a company called Schwam's. They're in Pennsylvania. They rebuild Model A 4-cylinder engines, and they did a fantastic job on this engine here. I'm really happy with it, and I want you guys to check it out. So let's check it out here. This run stand is from a gentleman that passed away several years ago here in Glastonbury, Connecticut. He had this run stand, and we had the opportunity to purchase this, and it works really, really good. It's a Model A frame, car frame, an original Model A frame. They've got the horns in the front chopped off, and obviously the rest of the frame back here is chopped off, and it fits the engine in perfectly. And you put a Model A radiator right on the original mounts in the front here on the cross member, and it bolts right in, and you can test run your engine. And over here they have some other gauges and some other things. They got a temperature gauge here. The temperature gauge is working. I just had this running a few minutes ago, and it shows 140 degrees. So this thing is working well, and it's cooling. The oil pressure gauge is, of course, Model A doesn't have one, so that's for a different type of engine if you wanted to put a different one on here. And of course, you have an AM gauge too if you have a generator on, but where ours is not hooked up. So we just kind of got a little throttle over here. We're just kind of doing this manually here to see it run and check it out, test run it, and cycle it a little bit, speed it up, slow it down. But the engine turned over properly. It didn't turn too tight. It didn't turn too loose. It was just right. Schwam's did a great job with this engine. I'm really happy. And we only ran this thing for, maybe 7-8 minutes, and it ran beautiful. So we're going to start it back up here for you and see how it goes. Okay. Got to hook up the battery here. This is our key switch. Click on, and got to manually hit our starter here. Whoop. Give it a little gas. Okay, as you can see, that was a really successful test. It just starts right up. You'll notice that the carburetor is not working quite right. The carburetor needs to be really gone through. It's got, years of, probably hasn't been touched probably 15 years. And the Model A carburetor is very sensitive to, corrosion and things like that, just like any carburetor really. But it's something that you could fix on your own bench. Maybe we'll do a video on a Model A carburetor rebuild here one of these days, but maybe I'll even do a video on this one. But, we reuse the water pump, and That was a leakless water pump that we purchased years ago, so there's nothing wrong with that. The generator's good, starter motor's good, distributor's good. That was a purchase from years ago. And really the only thing I had to do on this for the parts from Bloomfield was to take these manifolds while I had them off, and where it mounts to the engine here, I was concerned that the surface was not straight. And the manifolds have to be dead straight when you put them on. And because we had some exhaust leaks back there and it didn't look very good. And sure enough, the manifold was warped. So I straightened that out on the belt sander. It worked out really well. It doesn't leak at all. And I think really the only thing here is this carburetor needs to be serviced and rebuilt. You could tell, you know, I was adjusting it. It should run perfect. This engine is brand new from Schwam's. I have no doubt there's nothing wrong with the inside of this engine. It's running really good, starts right up. But I think this guy here definitely needs some service. This distributor here is a FS pointless distributor, so I know there's nothing wrong with that. That's brand new. That's really good. So this guy's the culprit. But oh, that's the other thing. When you put oil in this, you know, you get an engine. You know, you don't have to test run it on a test stand like this when you put it in your car. You don't have to do that. You can put it in the car and run it, use your car as a test stand, right? But you always want to use break-in oil with a brand new engine. And actually, I've got the quarts over here in the trash. We used this Valvoline VR1 Racing and Classic Car Oil. This stuff is made for pushrod and flat tappet engines. This is really good. I got the 20W50. I wanted to get the thick oil for the Model A. Older engines, I like the thicker oil. I like more oil pressure. I don't like the thin stuff. It's not good. But this engine's got that in it. We're going to run it and cycle this thing a bunch of times. It's running really, really good. I'm super happy with this thing. And I guess that's where we're going to leave it here. There's more to come here on this. We're going to be installing this engine in the chassis in a little bit, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so we are getting ready to put the Bloomfield Fire Department Model A Ford engine here in their fire engine, and we have to put the gas pedal mechanism on the back of the engine. It makes it a little easier before you put the engine in. It's not required, but we're putting it in. We actually had a little fiasco with that. We somehow lost it. So luckily my father was working on a car upstairs, so we stole it from my father and put it on here. No, just kidding. We told him about it. We're getting him another one, but I didn't want to wait around for, you know, 2 weeks or a month, or whatever it's going to take to find one of these and get it. So he was gracious enough to let us use it. So thank you, Dad. And we've got our gas pedal on there. So, all right, I think we're ready. second. Almost made a big mistake. Throw out bearing.
Oh yeah.
Forgot to do that. Totally forgot about it. Get that back out.
I got it.
Totally forgot about it.
You forgot to throw out bearing. You gotta put that in first. I thought I saw it on the table there.
What the hell did I do with it?
It's on the shelf, I swear, I just saw it.
There's a throw-out bearing there, but that's not it, I had to change it out.
Okay.
I think it is somewhere over here.
And then in the clutch bearing box.
Yeah,
That's definitely not in there.
here's the parts here, and it says Bloomfield Model A. I did not change the bearing yet. So the throw-out bearing is missing. All right, everybody, so we've got the Bloomfield 1929 Model A fire truck here, and I've got the engine installed. It came out really nice. You saw us put the engine in, and all I did was hook up all the accoutrements and stuff here and get this thing ready to rock and roll. We're still going to change the fan belt. That fan belt is fine for now, but it really should be replaced. And we're waiting on another carburetor. So the engine doesn't run quite as perfect as I'm looking for, but it will soon. We're just waiting on that carburetor. That should be next week. So, but this whole thing came out really nice. The engine on a Model A is very easy to take in and out. You can do it at your house with very simple tools. It's really great. This Schwam's engine, as I said before, it runs really good, and now she's all installed here in the truck. And we're gonna take this thing for a ride. We've got the floorboards back in, the exhaust, all the electrical's done, fuel, cooling, everything, and this thing starts right up. So let's take it for a drive. All right, let's start this thing up. There we go. Really cool thing about a Model A is you can adjust the fuel in the car. We're gonna see about our timing here and make sure our timing is okay. It should be. It's tough with this fire truck. You can't see behind this tank. I looked out in the parking lot here and I knew there wasn't anybody here, but all right, here we go. Only got a gallon of fuel here, so I can't go too far, but the fire department uses true fuel in their truck, in the truck here, the fire truck, so I don't want to put pump gas in it. They're using a certain type of fuel, but she's going good. See if we can get out on the road here and get into fourth gear. There we go. Jack get used to this new clutch. Give you guys a little different view here. Town hall here. It's not a really nice day for a drive, but it's what we got. It's not raining, it's just wet and kind of damp. It is pretty warm, which is nice. Only need a sweatshirt. Thing's running pretty good. Yeah, so Bloomfield is kind of a special town for me. I owned my first home in Bloomfield, and I joined the fire department, and I was there for about 9 years or so, and it was a really great town, a great fire department. I miss it a lot, and it's really great to be able to work on this truck. My dad and I and a couple of the guys worked on this truck the first couple of years I was in town, and it's really cool that, you know, come full circle, I end up restoring antique fire trucks for a full-time job years later, and here I am working on the same truck again, and I'm glad to have been a part of this and continue to be a part of it in the future. I'm sure there's going to be more work going down the road, so this engine runs really good. It's brand new. I'm super happy with this thing, the way it drives. It's amazing. It's just a wonderful little truck. I think the guys put this thing together in the early 30s or something, and they took this truck and they made this, the fire department made it. They built this whole thing themselves, this water tank, and the wood bed in the back, and it wasn't purchased as a fire truck, but They sure did a nice job, and it's still running today. Probably went to a lot of calls. This goes right up the hill. What's rolling around in there? Runs so much better than the other engine. It doesn't make any bearing noises. The flywheel's not moving back and forth, which is a typical Model A thing that happens when the thrust bearing gets worn out, and it's just running so much better. Gotta love the Ooga horn. All the kids here. Everybody's coming home from school. Now here's the test. We got the big hill. All right, everybody, so other than a couple little adjustments, I'm gonna adjust the timing and a couple little things. We got a carburetor coming for it, a brand new carburetor. That'll take care of a little fuel thing I don't like. And you know, a couple other minor things. This thing's ready to go. So I hope you like this video. If you like our videos, please like and subscribe. It really helps our channel. We really appreciate that. It helps us make more videos. And always remember, keep that old iron running.